Good evening, everyone. Welcome to closing comments for August 12th. Let's jump right into our charts and take a technical look at today's action. First up, we got our October live cattle on the board. We did see a nice breakdown across this cattle market today, both live and feeder prices pressing lower after yesterday's weak finish. We did see this October live contract opening up here right around 226. Early breakdowns off that opening range, pressing lower early. We did print that daily low at 223 early, stopping just shy of our last week's low at 222.75. As we can see here, this 223 to 224 area has been an important spot, keeping this market capped back here in the middle to late part of July, while showing some support here over the last 2 weeks so far. We did see this market putting in a lot of volume down here late today, looking like this thing's weighing heavy on last week's low. We did see this thing kind of sloping down here into the close today. At the moment, the sellers are in control with that big breakdown here. The downtrend still remains intact. We expect to see this momentum follow through tomorrow into tomorrow's session. Look for the sellers to continue attack last week's low at 22.75. Below that, we should see a pretty quick mark down here towards 17 to 20 and retest these recent lows and this big demand zone that's kept this market supported so far this year. At the moment, though, this downtrend still remains intact, and we should see these sellers keep on pressing. Bulls need to get back above 230 before we can start thinking about any sort of upside. At the moment, they got their work cut out for them. Looking like this market's weighing heavy, and we should see some more downside in the days to come. Continue to be defensive here. Don't be stepping in front of this thing, and we should see the sellers continue to push this market lower here throughout the rest of the week. Next up, September feeders on the board. Big breakdown day here in this feeder market as well. Increasing volume here, seeing a nice breakdown for this feeder market after this brief rally attempt we saw over the last 2 weeks here. Yesterday's week finish down there had this market looking lower early today. Opening range breaking down below 45.5 here. Seeing a quick mark down to 340. We did see this thing just kind of weigh heavy here as well. Lots of volume coming in late. Got a nice sharp edge here right on top of 339. Look for continued offers below 39 tomorrow morning to get the ball rolling lower. We should see a pretty quick mark down here towards 331 to 335 and test this yearly low we put in so far. If we continue to see some downside below all these lows we've put in here back in March, early June, and this most recent low back here in the late part of July, any sort of offers below these multiple lows here should just increase that selling pressure. Continue to be cautious down here below 340, and we should see these sellers continue to press this feeder market lower as well. Big upside here in this corn market today. WASDE report pushing some volatility into this thing. We did see this market just kind of balancing out tight over the last week or two here. We did see a nice strong reaction off that WASDE report today, getting marked up here above 480 briefly. So far, we are seeing a little bit of downside here in the evening session, but a heavy volume breakout here is a good look for the corn market. So we should see this thing send back up here towards 490. At the moment, though, this market has just been pretty sticky here between about $4.50 and $5. Not really expecting much upside to come from here. This thing has just kind of seen some nasty sloppy action all year long. Just seen some big wide ranges, and we'd expect to see this thing continue to churn around here between about $4.50 and $5. Next up, crude prices seeing some resistance here today. Price is hanging out inside that prior day's range and weighing heavy back here on our bull pivot that we just got above yesterday. Weak finish here coming back, looking like this market's going to be weighing heavy here as well. Sellers are in control. We do have expect to see some downside in the days to come. If we can't keep this thing propped up above 82.33, look for this thing to settle back down here towards the mid 70s. Sellers are in control. This downtrend is still trying to shape up. We have seen some recent volatility and some stuff in the news that's gotten this market to be a little bit spiky recently, but not really expecting much upside to come from here. Look for this crude market to continue bleeding back down here towards the $70 range. Next up, equity markets continue to trade in some tight ranges here. Mixed action. The Dow is being the weakest of the bunch today, kind of losing some ground into the close. Nasdaq actually seeing a little bit of strength, pushing back up here against 30,000 briefly, while the S&P just kind of continues to hang out here right shy of 7,800. So far, though, we are holding on to last week's markup. This thing's just getting comfortable up here just off of these all-time highs. The Dow is the only one kind of seeing a little bit of a pullback, but we still have a nice uptrend shaping up here. We should see this dip continue to get bought up. We are still seeing some mixed action here in our mega caps, but still have a pretty good look here of an uptrend. We should see the bulls continue to push this market higher, but at the moment we're just kind of hanging steady. Look for this thing to keep on pushing higher. The uptrend remains intact. We need to get the Nasdaq back above 30. Once we're able to clear that level, should be pretty smooth sailing to the upside, and get that to pull these other indexes with it as well. Good time to keep looking for places to be putting that money back to work. The uptrend remains intact here, and we should see some more upside here throughout the rest of the summer. That's all we got for tonight. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Catch you guys tomorrow.